Good morning friends, myself Ajay Gubala. Let us discuss percentages in a later vein. I will later on discuss various problems on percentages. Friends, why can't we start percentages with a story? Just to illustrate. You are the wise men of happy land and you have two adjacent kingdoms, Run and Fun. And there is a war broke out between them and you need to go ahead with one of them. So as a wise man, you went ahead comparing economic factor, taxation. Run charges 3 out of 20 as a taxation. In case of Fun, it is 7 by 50. For a layman's view, it is Fun that is collecting lot of tax. But being a wise man, you decided to equalize the basis. So now it is 15 by 100 and 14 by 100. And it's obviously clear that Run is collecting lot of taxes. So you went ahead with Fun. At that point of time, you decided to make base as 100 for the comparison of any two fractions. So you named it as percent. So what do you mean by percentage? First of all, why can't we break percent? Per. We generally use this term per day, per piece, like that. Per means for. And cent. Whoever the cricket fans, they do know cent is century. That means 100. And we call the 100 years as also century. So per 100. So percent is equal to just 1 by 100. So what do you mean by 3%? 3 by 100. A percent means A by 100. A percent of B means AB by 100. That's all. A percent of J percent of Y means A by 100 into J by 100 into Y. AJY by 100. So what is 60% of 30? 60 by 100 into 30. So just cancel the zeros. It is nothing but 8. There is a simpler way of dealing with these percentages. For example, at my childhood, I am very fond of chocolates, just like everybody. I hope same with you. So why can't we name it as chocolate method? Say 100 chocolates is 60 bucks. How much is 300 chocolates? Obviously, even the kid do know it is 180 bucks. How much is 30 chocolates? 18 bucks. Simple math. So 60% means per 100 it is 60. What about for 300? Obviously 180. What about for 30? 18. As simple as that. Let's do a small example. 18 is what percent of 30? 18 by 30 into 100. 60%. That means 60 by 100. We can do it in a reverse chocolate method also. Say 18 chocolates cost 30 bucks. So for 100 bucks, how many chocolates we can get? First of all, let's go for 10 bucks. For 10 bucks, you get 6 chocolates. For 100 bucks, you get 60 chocolates. So it is 60%. Well, first of all, we need to by heart few things to match percentages. What are those things? Percentage equivalence of fractions. Either way, that means we need to from fraction to percentage and percentage to. For example, 1 by 2 is 50%. 1 by 7 is 14.28%. If they say 12.5%, it is 1 by 8. I strongly recommend to by heart fractions up to 1 by 20. And I personally by heart read up to 1 by 30, of course. So how it works? For example, somebody questioned you, what is 14.28% of 140? You don't need to bother about everything. What is 14.28%? It's none other than 1 by 7 into 140. 7 cancels into 140 into 20 times. That means 20. So another way of working with these things, 24 is what percent of 144? 24 by 144, if you cancel 12, 2 by 12, if you cancel 2, 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 is, from the above table, it is 16.66%. So say for example, you went to market with $100 in hand. You plan to buy 10 pounds of meat at price of $10. But in the market, price of meat is 12.5. Oh no. That means there is a price rise by 25%. So you can only buy 8 pounds of meat within your budget. So consumption went down by 20%. So observe the table below and you can understand. Say in the previous example, we want to buy 20% more meat in spite of price rise. So by what percent your expense increase? Just observe the below table. Price $10 initially, and there is an increase 25%, so $12.5. Initially you thought of purchasing 10, but you increased your consumption by 20%, so 12. So what is the cumulative effect on expenses? It can't be 25% plus 45%. You should be careful in case of cumulative. So in the initial case, expense is 100. In final case, expense is 150. There is a 50% increase. How we can do? Just 1.25 into 1.2. That is equal to 1.5. So there is a 50%. Okay. There is one more example in case of discounts. For example, there are great discounts on New Year, so 20% and 50%. What is the cumulative discount? It can't be 20 plus 50, 70. If that is the case, the shopper will go bankrupt. So what is? So 20% discount means 1 became 0.8. 50% discount means 1 became 0.5. So 0.8 and 0.5, that is 0.4. So you are getting 60% discount. So in the example there, 100 into 0.8 into 0.5, $40. You are getting for $40 with a discount of 50%. So finally, we will work out with rectangle. Length of a rectangle increases by 10% and breadth by 20%. What is the increase in area in case of percentage terms? You don't need to bother about length and breadth in meters or anything like that. The question is in percentage and the answer should be in percentage. So it is area is equal to length into breadth. So 1.1, that means length went from 1 to 1.1, breadth from 1 to 1.2. There is a 20%, so 1.2. So 1.1 into 1.2, 1.32. So that means area went from 1 to 1.32, that means 32% increase. To illustrate this clearly to you, for example, I gave an example. Say length is 10 and breadth is 5. So initially length is 10, after 10% increase it is 11, and breadth is 5, later it is 6. So area is 50, later it is 66. There is a 16 increase for 50, that means for 100, that means that is 32%. We can do many problems and we can practice percentage in a greater way. So by now, thank you, have a nice day.